Good morning, students. Today I will be discuss with you the first chapter of class 10th related to physics. The chapter name is electricity. Under this, I will discuss the topic electric charge. What is a electric charge? So I can say कि a a phenomenon which is responsible for all electrical process or for all electrical phenomena is called electric charge. That meaning whatever phenomena is used in the process of electricity, they are all dependable on the electric charge. The charge is produced, if I will discuss how that is going to produce. Charge is produced by the transfer of electrons, by the transfer of electrons from one surface to other, like if I will discuss the example with you. Suppose I am having a glass rod. Suppose this is a glass rod and here I am having a silk cloth. If I am going to rub both the things, glass rod and silk cloth, both the things are going to rub, then both of these will be charged. They will be charged by rubbing. One is getting positive charge, one is getting positive charge, while other negative charge. Its meaning, if I will be discuss about the charge, so charge are of two types. That is of two types. One is the positive charge, one is the negative charge. I have discussed with you it is produced by transfer of electron. That meaning when electron will be transferred from one surface to other, then the charge is going to produce. Same if I am rub the glass rod with a silk cloth, then they will be charged. In this, the glass rod is getting the positive charge. And silk cloth is getting the negative charge. Now, why the glass rod is getting the positive charge? Because from the glass rod, electrons are going to transfer towards the silk cloth. As the electrons are going to transfer towards the silk cloth, so this is getting the positive charge and silk cloth is going to get the electrons. That is why this is a negative charge, because electron have negative charge on it. Now, positive charge meaning the surface from which the electrons are transferred. That meaning electrons transfer. So the positive charge will be coming on that surface or object from which the electrons are transferred, and the negative charge will be coming which accept the electron, or we can say that on which the electron is transferred. That is a negative charge. Now, the charge, the minimum charge on any object, that will be due to the electrons. That meaning that will be due to one electron. Minimum charge that will be due to one electron. So if I want to find out the number of electrons on the particular object, so the formula is there, Q equal to NE. Q is here amount of charge, amount of charge, n is number of electrons, and E is charge on one electron. Charge on one electron, and the value of one electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is of the charge on one electron. Electron is a negatively charged, so it can be of negative, but in numerically we can't use the negative sign. So that is the amount on one electron. That means the charge on one electron. Suppose I want to find out the number of electrons. Find the number of electrons present in 1 coulomb of charge. Present in 1 coulomb of charge. Suppose this is the question. I want to find out the number of electrons which are present in 1 coulomb of charge. So how I can find out these charge? How I can find out the number of electron? The formula is in front of me, that is Q equal to Ne. The Q is the amount of charge. So what they are giving us the amount of charge? That they has given us 1 coulomb. So in the place of Q, what will be coming? 1. Now N I want to find the value of E, that means the charge on 1 electron. This is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. This is now. So for N equal to what will coming? 1 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. This is now. If I will be solve it, so this is point I have removed it. This will be increased 0. 10 to the power minus 19 will be gone top. This will be 10 to the power plus 19 upon 16. Or I can write it 100 into 10 raised to the power 18. So 1 power I have transferred here. This will be 100 upon 16. Divided, then I am getting here 16 6 are 96. 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. That meaning the 1 coulomb of charge contain that much of electron. So this type of questions you can go with this formula. Now after this, the next topic whatever of this chapter I am going to discuss with you, this is electric current. This is electric current. Electric current. The topic is electric current. What is a electric current? Very simple. I know as the electric charge will be flow, then the electric current will come. Then the electric current will come. So simply I can say that the rate of flow of electric charge, rate of flow of electric charge, rate of flow of electric charge is called electric current. It is represented by I. So according to the definition, I equal to Q upon T. I equal to Q upon T. So from here again one more definition I can give. If Q coulomb of charge pass through a conductor in 1 second, then electric current, that is called electric current. If the T is 1 second, so I can say that rate of flow of electric charge, because Q is the electric charge, this is electric charge and this is time taken. So in 1 second, whatever amount of electric charge is passed through a conductor, that is called electric current. Now I will be discussed from here the unit of electric current, that meaning unit of I. So what will be unit of Q upon unit of T. Now unit of Q is what? Coulomb. This is coulomb and the unit of T is second. So unit of I, that meaning electric current, I can say that coulomb per second or ampere. Coulomb per second or ampere. Now, so unit of electric current is coulomb per second or ampere. Suppose now I want to give the definition of unit of electric current. Definition of unit of electric current. Unit of electric current. Unit of electric current meaning I want to define ampere. I want to define ampere. How I can define ampere? That you can check from here. If you will be see 1 ampere equal to what will come? 1 coulomb upon 1 second. This is, so the definition is coming from here. If 1 coulomb of charge pass through the conductor, in 1 second, then electricity flows through the conductor. Is called 1 ampere. Very simple definition is there. You can check out कि ampere equal to coulomb upon second. So that meaning 1 ampere will come on which condition? When 1 coulomb of charge pass through a conductor in 1 second. So we can make the definition from here. If 1 coulomb of charge pass through the conductor in 1 second, then the electricity flows through the conductor is called 1 ampere. So this is the definition of unit of electric current. Keep in your mind, this is very important definition according to your board exam. Unit of electric current. Now, how we can measure the electric current? What is the way to measure the electric current? If I want to measure electric current, then I will be use one device. So the name of that device is ammeter. Keep in your mind, name of the device is ammeter, and this ammeter is always connect in series combination. Ammeter is always connect in series combination. What is a series combination? In this chapter I will be discuss with you later. Now, after the topic of electric current, you can check out from here I equal to Q upon T. So one more formula I can make it, Q equal to IT. This is, before that we read out the formula, Q equal to NE. If I will be compare both the formula, so what I am getting here, IT equal to NE or N equal to IT upon E. So that is the formula. If they are giving you the value of I and T, then you can use this formula to find out the number of electron also. Now after this, the next topic is there. This is electric potential and potential difference. Electric potential and potential difference. Topic is there, electric potential and potential difference. Electric potential and potential difference. Now first of all I am going to discuss the topic. This is electric potential. What is a electric potential? Now Suppose I'm having a point here. This is the point A. This is lying here q coulomb of charge at infinity. At infinity. That meaning the distance between the plus q coulomb of charge and point A is that infinity. Now I want to bring this q coulomb of charge from infinity to a point A. I want to bring this q coulomb of charge from infinity to a point A. So whenever I will be bring it, so I need to do some work. So whatever work I will be do it to bringing plus q coulomb of charge or unit coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point, then this work done is known as electric potential. Again I am speaking, if I want to bring plus q coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point, then I need to do some work. So whatever work is done to bringing this q coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point, that is known as electric potential. That meaning amount of work done in bringing plus q coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point is called electric potential. That meaning if I will discuss the formula, so electric potential equal to work done. This work done is where we will use it to bringing q coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point upon charge. That meaning which coulomb of charge I am bringing from here. This electric potential is represented by V, work done is represented by W, and charge is represented by Q. So the formula is there, V equal to W upon Q. This is the electric potential from infinity to a certain point. Now I am discussing the potential difference in the same, then I will go for their unit also. Now if now you think it same condition I am using here, this is the point A and this is the point B. Okay, this is the point B. Now same, suppose I am bringing q coulomb of charge from infinity to a point A, then I need to do a work WA. Now the same coulomb of charge I want to bringing from infinity to a point B, then I need to do a work is WB. Now I want to bring that q coulomb of charge whatever is at point B till point A. So what is the work done? Keep in your mind what I have spoken from here, ki q coulomb of charge if I will bringing from infinity to a point A, then work done is WA. If I am bringing from infinity to a point B, work done is WB. Now the point q coulomb of charge is at point B. I want to bring it from B to A. So what is the work done? Very simply, from infinity to A, this is WA. Infinity to B, this is WB. So from B to A, the work done is WA minus WB. This is WA minus WB. Then it will coming from B to A. So only this is the changing in the definition, ki amount of work done in bringing plus q coulomb of charge from. Now this infinity word will be finished from here, from one point to another point, because this is a difference and difference will be coming in between 2 points. in between 2 points. Difference will be coming in between 2 points. In two things we can find out the difference. So here also the electric charge, that means the q coulomb of charge, whatever amount of work is done to bringing q coulomb of charge from one point to another point. So in place of infinity, what will be coming? From one point to another point. This is to another point is called potential difference. This is the changing in the definition. Why I am using here one point to another point? Because this will be the difference, and difference will always we can find out in between two things. That is why whatever amount of work is done in bringing q coulomb of charge from one point to another point. So that means from point B to point A here. So what is the work done from point B to A? This is WA minus WB. So electric potential, potential difference in between point A and B is WA minus WB, because this is the work done, upon Q, because the Q coulomb of charge is coming. WA minus WB, let this will be coming equal to W. This is Q. Potential difference is also indicated by V. So again the formula is coming V equal to W upon Q. So both the things, the formula will be remain V equal to W upon Q. Only the changing in their definition. In electric potential, it will be from infinity to a certain point, and potential difference from one point to another point. That is the difference. Now let's see what will be the unit of electric potential or potential difference. Unit of electric potential and potential difference. Unit of electric potential and potential difference. Unit of electric potential and potential difference. Potential difference. Now, just now we read out the formula for this. This is coming V equal to W upon Q. That is the formula we read out. V equal to W upon Q. Now, if the V equal to W upon Q we read out, so unit of V equal to what? Unit of W, this is a work done, upon unit of Q, this is the electric charge. So unit of W is joule, work done will measure in joule. Unit of charge is coulomb. So unit of V, that meaning potential difference or electric potential, this is coming joule per coulomb or volt. Joule per coulomb or volt. Now same, if they are asking you define the unit of electric potential, question is there, define the unit of electric potential. So what should be? Keep in your mind what they are asking. Electric potential. So from here, when it will be coming 1 volt, 1 volt equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. This is 1 volt equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. That will be coming. Now, so that meaning we have to define the unit of electric potential. That meaning we have to define 1 volt. When it will be coming 1 volt? When 1 joule of work is done, this is 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point, because this is electric potential. That is why from infinity to a certain point. Again I am speaking, if 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to a certain point, then electric potential is known as 1 volt. Then electric potential is known as 1 volt. Suppose the same they are asking कि define the unit of potential difference, then the same changing we have to do it. If 1 joule of work is done from bringing 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another point, because this is a potential difference, so one point to another point, then potential difference is called 1 volt. That is the definition of 1 volt. Now same as the electric current we use one device to measure, that was ammeter. Same, we have to use one device to measure potential difference or electric potential. This is voltmeter. Voltmeter, which is always connect in parallel combination in the circuit. If I will make one circuit, if I want to use the voltmeter, so this will be always connect in parallel combination. So I hope you have understand about the electric charge, electric current, electric potential and potential difference. Next topic is now electric circuit. Electric circuit. What is a electric circuit? Now it's very simple. If I will discuss about the electric circuit, then the interconnection of various electrical components in a prescribed manner to form a closed path is called an electric circuit. The interconnection of various electrical appliance or components, electrical component in a prescribed manner, to form a closed path, is called electric circuit. Very simple is there. Suppose I am making an electric circuit here. Suppose this is, I am using a bulb. This is, I am using a resistance, suppose. And here I am using, suppose this is the ammeter, this is a battery, this is a switch. So this is the interconnection of various electrical component. One component is this, second component is this, third is this, fourth is this, fifth is this. So various electrical component, they have to connect it to make a closed path. Then I can say that this is a electric circuit. Now if I will be say there are two types of electric circuit. There are two types of electric circuit. If I will be say about the electric circuit, that meaning types of electric circuit, then there are two types. One is open electric circuit and second is closed electric circuit. Open electric circuit and closed electric circuit. If I will talk about the open electric circuit, then if there is any disconnection in any part of the electric circuit, that meaning any disconnection in any part of the electric circuit due to that the electric current is stopped, or I can say that no electric current flow. So no electric current flow. So this type of circuit is called open electric circuit. Second, closed electric circuit meaning कि if there is no discontinuity meaning from one place to another place easily electric current can flow, that will be called the closed electric circuit. I can show you with the help of diagram कि what is the open and what is the closed electric circuit. Suppose I am having a bulb, a cell and pins. Suppose this is a bulb, that I am having a bulb. This is a bulb and having a cell. This is a cell and I'm having a wire also. Suppose one point of this bulb is connected with the help of wire. Suppose this is the wire and it is connected on this part of the cell. After this I am having, simply I can say that I have connected this part with that part, and any part you can connect it. Suppose I have connected with this part and the same wire I have taken from this part, I am connected here with the help of a pin. Suppose here I am hanging a pin, suppose, okay, and this is a pin that is attached here. One more pin I am having here. This is the wire is going from this pin to the second point of the bulb. So you can check out कि here this is a no disconnection, total things are available here, so the bulb is going to glow. So there is a no disconnection, so I can say that this is a closed circuit. This is the closed circuit. The same other diagram I am showing you here. Suppose again I am taking a bulb. This is a bulb. This is a bulb. Suppose this is a bulb and same I am having a cell here. Suppose this is the cell. The one wire I have taken that is connected with this point of the cell, that is coming, and this is connected to the all pin that I have attached it here. Second all pin is available here. From that all pin the wire is going and connected to this point. Now here you will be see that these two pins are not interconnected. That meaning the current is coming from here and stop on that place only. It is not passed out from here to here, so that I can say that this bulb is not going to glow. So this is a disconnected connection is available here. So I can say that this is the open circuit and current will not flow. That meaning the bulb will not glow. That is the electric circuit and their types. After this electric circuit and their types, I will be discuss you the Ohm's law. Ohm's law, that is a very important topic in this chapter. Ohm's law. Ohm's law, in Ohm's law, this will be giving the relationship between potential difference, electric current. This will be give the relationship between potential difference and electric current. According to Ohm's law, whatever electric current is flow in the conductor, this is directly proportional to the potential difference. That meaning I is directly proportional to V, that is at constant temperature. That meaning the electric current whatever flow in the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference in between the 2 points of the conductor. Or I can say that V is also directly proportional to I. Or if I will be remove the sign of the directly proportional, one constant term will come, that is R. This is a constant and known as resistance. Or I can say that V equal to IR. So this is the relation between electric current and potential difference, and I am getting a point here, ohm, that is a resistance, that is called R, that is called resistance, and the unit of the resistance is ohm. Now I will be talk about the resistance. What is a resistance? If I will be discuss here, so the topic is there, resistance that we are getting from the relationship between the potential difference and electric current. Resistance, this is, if I will go with the definition, if I will go with the formula, then you can check out one formula I am getting here, V equal to IR. So R equal to what will be coming? V upon I. So from this formula I can give the definition also. The ratio of the potential difference across it to the current flowing through it is called resistance. That meaning the ratio of potential difference across it, that is PD, across it, and I is the electric current, and to the current I flowing through it, and to the current flowing through it is called resistance. That meaning the definition is coming from the formula. Ratio of potential difference across the conductor and the current flowing through it is called resistance. Now if I will be discuss here the unit of resistance, that is unit of resistance, that meaning R equal to unit of V, this is a potential difference, upon unit of current. So if we will see here, unit of V is volt and the unit of current is here ampere. or I can say that ohm, that is represented by a Greek letter. This is ohm. So if I want to give the definition of 1 ohm, so 1 ohm equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere. 1 ohm equal to 1 volt upon 1 ampere. So we can give the definition from here, that meaning if 1 ampere of current is flow through the conductor which having 1 volt of potential difference, then the resistance is called 1 ohm. Again, if 1 ampere of current is flow through the conductor which having 1 volt of potential difference, then the resistance is called 1 ohm. Or one more definition we can give, that 1 ohm is the resistance of a conductor. 1 ohm is the resistance of the conductor in which the current of 1 ampere is produced when a potential difference of 1 volt is applied across it. So both the definition you can use it. The first definition I have told you, if 1 ampere of current is produced through the conductor and the potential difference applied in it is 1 volt, then the resistance is called 1 ohm. So this is the definition of 1 ohm, or I can say that the unit of resistance. After this, I am discussing the factors affecting the resistance of conductor. 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 Resistance of conductor. So the following factors are there. The first factor is there, that is the length of the conductor. Length of the conductor. First factor is there, length of the conductor. So it's very simple. The resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Meaning is this, as I'm going to increase the length of the conductor, then the value of resistance is also going to increase. After that, the second point is there, area of cross section of the conductor. Area of cross section of the conductor. Area of cross section of the conductor. Meaning is this, suppose this is a conductor, so this part, that is the area of cross section. This is the length and this is the area of cross section. So it's very simple is there कि resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. How it will be, that you can check it from here easily. Suppose I am having two wire. One wire is this and second wire is this. This is a wire A and this is a wire B. I have seen the area of cross section of wire B is more, so the more number of electron can be flow from here. As the more number of electron will be flow, then the amount of current will be high. That meaning the resistance will be decreased, or I can say that the resistance will be low. So simply I can say that as the area of cross section increase, then the resistance will decrease. So that meaning both they are inversely proportional to each other. Now if I will be combine both of the factors, then what I am getting from here, suppose this is the equation 1 and this is the equation 2. By combining what I am getting here, R is directly proportional to L upon A. R is directly proportional to L upon A, or I can say that R equal to rho L upon A. This is a constant known as resistivity. This is a constant known as resistivity, and we will speak this rho. Representation is like this. So R equal to rho L upon A. This is one more formula for resistance. R equal to rho L upon A. Rho is a constant and it is called resistivity. Now let's see what is a resistivity and how we can solve it. Resistivity. If I will be see the formula, that is R equal to rho L upon A. The formula is here, R equal to rho L upon A. If I will be write it in this way, or rho equal to R multiply A upon L, I can write in this way, rho equal to R A upon L. Now unit of resistivity, that meaning unit of rho, equal to what? Unit of R multiply unit of A upon unit of L. Unit of R is a resistance. So what is the unit of resistance? This is ohm. We will represent in this way. Multiply unit of area. A is the area. So what is the unit of area? This is meter square. So I can write it, this is meter square, upon unit of length. Length will measure in meter. This is meter. So 1 meter cancel by the meter. So what is left here? This is ohm meter. So the unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Now the point is there कि how we can define it. What is the definition of resistivity? Let's see from here, from the same formula. Let A equal to 1 meter square and L equal to 1 meter. Then what will be rho equal to R, because these two are 1 1. So rho equal to R. So from here I can give the definition of resistivity. So the definition of resistivity is this: if area of cross section of the conductor is 1 meter square and the length of the conductor is 1 meter, then the resistance of the conductor is known as its resistivity. Again I am speaking, if area of the cross section is 1 meter square and the length of the conductor is 1 meter, then the resistance of the conductor is known as its resistivity. So that is one more thing I am discussing related to resistivity, कि resistivity is remain same for same material. Resistivity, the point is there, resistivity is remain same. Resistivity is remain same for same material. That meaning if one material is there, like if I am having a wire of gold, wire of gold, so either it will be that much of thin, either it will be that much of thin, either it is that much of thin. Its resistivity will be remain same. It will be not change because the material is same. That is why there will be the no effect on the resistivity. So this is the third point that I am going to discuss. This is the effect due to the temperature. That meaning what will be the effect of temperature on resistance. Effect of temperature on the resistance. Effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. It's very simple. as the temperature increase, then the resistance of wire also increase. So that meaning resistance is directly proportional to temperature. By increasing the temperature, the resistance will also increase. That I can understand with the help of one activity. Now how I will be discuss about this. Suppose I'm having, this is the conductor in which some electrons are present, like these are the electrons. All the electrons, they are moving in that direction. Suppose they are moving in that direction. This is the direction. This is the direction. Now if I will be increase the temperature, then what's happen? The kinetic energy between the particles, yeah, electron whatever is available in the conductor, that will be increased. Due to that they will be interact with each other. That meaning, suppose the particle is moving here, this is the one particle, this is the second particle is moving here, this is the third particle is moving here. As I'm going to increase the temperature, then what will be happen? They are going to interact with each other. Means they will be interact meaning they are going to attack on each other. So as they are going to attack on each other, then the number of electron that will be passed out through the conductor, that is going to decrease. That meaning the resistance increase, because before increasing the temperature they are moving continuously from this conductor. They are continuously moving, but as I'm going to increase the temperature, then they will be attract to each other. That meaning they will be bombarded, or they are coming with their path due to increase their kinetic energy. As the kinetic energy will be increased, so this particle will be moving very fastly there, that particle is also moving, so they will be interact with each other. Due to that, the number of electrons pass out from this surface, it is going to decrease. That meaning the resistance increase, because the less number of electron will be passed out from the conductor now, so we can say that resistance increase. So by increasing the temperature, the resistance is also increase. Now after this topic I'm going with the numericals, that is related to the same thing, that meaning resistivity. The numericals are very important, so you should go with the proper way. Like I am discussing the one numerical here. This is like question is there, a nichrome wire of 4 ohm resistance, a nichrome wire of 4 ohm resistance, this is the 4 ohm resistance, is doubled on it, Calculate the new resistance of the wire. Calculate the new resistance of the wire. Now first of all, they are not giving us anything. I suppose that I am having a wire. Suppose this is a wire, the length of the wire is L, suppose this is okay, and suppose the area of cross section is this is small a, and the length of the wire is small l. Now you can say in place of small a, this is a capital A. Now according to the question, they are said the resistance of this wire is 4 ohm. Resistance, this is 4 ohm. Now they have said that the wire is going to double on it. Double on meaning we are going to fold. Meaning is this: suppose I have, this is a wire. Suppose this is a wire. I'm going to fold it. Here double on it. Double on it meaning this is now. So what will be the length of the wire? You can understand from here. You can understand from here. So same I'm going to discuss here what they have said. Ki I'm going to double on it. So as I'm going to double on it, so this will be coming in this way. This will be. They are not said anything about its length and area of cross section. I suppose that the length is capital L. This is now, and the area of cross section is A1. Just now I have shown you कि as I'm going to double on it, then the length is going to just half. That meaning I can say that capital L equal to this is L by 2, because I'm going to fold on it. So just half of it will be coming. So capital L is going L by 2. The resistance of this wire, I want to suppose this is R and this is the R. This is R1. I want to find out. This is. Now check out ki what will be the volume of this wire. This is a cylinder. This is a cylindrical wire. Now, what is the formula of the volume of cylinder? Pi r square h. That we read out in math. Pi r square h. Where pi r square is its length and h is its. Pi r square is its area. This is the area. H is its height. That is the length. So A into L. Same. For this wire, what will be the volume? Same. Area, this is A1, and length, this is capital L. As we know that one wire is converted into another wire, then the volume will be remain same. There will be no change in the volume. So both the things I can keep it equal. So I can say that A into L equal to A1 into L. This is in the place of capital L, what I can put? L by 2. So A into L equal to A1 into L by 2. This L is cancelled by this L. This is. So A upon A1 equal to what will be coming? 1 by 2. A upon A1 is coming 1 by 2. Now the formula is in front of us. For first wire, R equal to rho L upon A. This is. For second wire, resistance is R1 equal to rho L upon A1. The resistivity will be remain same because the wire is made up of same material, that is of nichrome. There is no change in its resistivity. I can divide both the equations. So resistivity is cancelled by resistivity. So R upon R1 equal to, this is L upon first term, third term. Fourth term will be going on top. So this will be A1 upon A. This is. Now put the values. L I don't know. L equal to L by 2 into A upon A1 equal to 1 by 2. So A1 upon A equal to what? 2 by 1. So I can put it here 2 by 1. 2 will be going on top. So this will be 2L upon L into 2 upon 1. L is cancelled by L. So R upon R1 equal to what will be coming? R upon R1 equal to 4 upon 1. The value of R there is given as 4 ohm. So I can put it here 4 upon R1 equal to 4 upon 1. So R1 equal to what will be coming? 4 upon 4. This is 1 ohm. That meaning if the wire is doubled on it, then the new resistance of wire will be 1 ohm. but there will be the no change in its resistivity because the material is remain same, that is the nichrome. I hope you have understand. In my next video I will be discuss with you some more numericals related to the same topic. Thank you.